up, it look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Drown out my problems. Let me. When up and it's magic. With the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habit.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready. General West. Hey, exit.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. All day. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Whittington. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo.
Come on. You better bring it.
Go.
Mike 54.
Go.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Whittington. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. 22 jet bomber.
Check it out, please. Shoot.
Now.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go. 15, Lonnie.
Penetration here. We're getting some penetration.
Protein spill. Hey, seam 6.
Mark 57. Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
40! 12.
Let's 57.
Move!
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
From the gun, here's Lott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
No. Off. One man. 11 feet. Hey, orbit. Go.
To throw again on second down. Luck. That one complete to Elliott. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On first down, it's Lott. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
12.
Luck throwing again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Hey, Charlie.
54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Do your job. Mike's 50.
To throw again, Whittington. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Luck. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mexico. Ain't no such thing as a loss. Hey, check. Hey, check 24.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Cooper fast with the feet. He's got the connection to Cooper. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
I got him.
Hey, Wahoo!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Hey, Delta!
A shotgun snap for Luck. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but it'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 2nd and 10, Luck again. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. These two teams all tied after one. Again, Luck. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an opportunity.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Brian Burns able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Hey, shoot!
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll run with Boone here. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force. force and move forward and pick up the first down.
First down, Carolina. 2nd and 1. 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 2
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey! Ready?
McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second. Down.
The tackle made by Jalen Smith. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Ready, set.
Go 58 to Mike. Ricky.
On 2nd down. Boom. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Set. 18, Gator.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Look at me. Zipper.
Run. 58 to Mike.
Snap.
Back to throw. Whittington into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Check out.
Hey, quick.
Switch up.
Hey. High 7.
57 to Mike.
After the interception, it's Love. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. To throw is Love. This is caught. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Quit talking about it.
Alpha.
Mike.
2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leighton Vander Esch. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
59. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Get it.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Check it back, check it back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck looking for Cooper. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Hey, exit.
59. That's what I do. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Throwing on third down. Luck. And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Yo, go!
You got motion man right there.
Shoot!
Looking to throw. Whittington. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, team 6.
Throwing on third and long. Whittington. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And it's fielded at the 34. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
To try again after the sack. Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Mike's 5-4. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
Hey, Orville, go.
54. Mike, 54. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go.
On 1st down, Whittington. Over the middle, complete. It's Brock. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
Let's go.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
70, Indy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Nice, sweetheart.
Ready?
Back to throw. Whittington. And he will fire the open man. It's DJ Moore.
We got this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I got him.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll go with Boone. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Again, they're going to go with Boone. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Two draw courses. 5.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown, Carolina.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's our field.
Go.
Hey, it's our house. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go.
Get it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now.
We got motion. Back up.
Bravo.
57 to Mike.
He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught, Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 1. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, why 7?
Check 9, check 9. Kill, kill, kill.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get bad again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Echo. Hey.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
I'm on.
Hey, Alpha.
54 Mike. Check. Watch.
2nd and 9 now.
I'm going back to you.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
58, boys. 58.
Hey, exit.
Check 3.
5.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
Hey, team 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
54. I smell fear in that offense.
Protein spill.
I smell fear.
Shoot.
On first down. Boom. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brock. 22 yards there, a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
2 yards. And the Panther first down.
Ready. 60 yards.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Throwing on first down. Whittington. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Check 55 to Mike.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Whittington. Now he's got the hook up to Moore. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
55,
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go.
Hey, foxtrot.
In the middle. 55. Kermit. Check safety. He's checking.
Now.
Operating from the gun, Whittington steps away to his left, and the pressure gets to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go now.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Trick tight. All day.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Five.
Back to throw here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
There goes a deep ball. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
15, Ronnie. 59. 54.
Hey, watch it go.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week.